protein, sleep, calorie deficit, walking. That's how. Let me go into it. So protein, what it is it's going to keep you full longer because it's harder for your body to digest it, which means you're actually full, you're satiated, like you're not reaching for anything, because it regulates your blood levels as well too. Because of that, whatever carbs or fats that you're calculating, which doesn't matter at this point, is going to be able to be in a place where it digests the way it's supposed to. So you're going to have regular bowel movements, which is amazing, which really helps with like losing the weight. And because you're satiated for so much longer, you're not going to be like mindlessly eating. Like you're actually not going to be reaching for it as much as your thoughts and your emotions are telling you to. You're going to learn how to be more aware of like your emotional cues of it. And it's totally fine. Like as long as you have your protein first, right? And protein, you can make that into ice cream. You can make that into a side dish. You can make that into your main entree. Like you can literally add into it. And I'm specifically thinking about like cottage cheese and yogurt. Like you can very much make that you can make that into versatile foods or dips or whatever that helps you get that little bit of protein in. Again, I'd focus on protein over calories as you're starting out, but once you are at a maintenance phase after like about a month and you know what that amount is, so like start calculating that, then I would start reducing it by 150 to 200 calorie deficit and a week, and that's going to be able to help you still stay full without having to worry about like what to eat or how much to eat, because obviously that's going to be like way too complicated. And by feeding your body protein first tells your body that it can just lose whatever else that's not going to be useful because you're in deficit. Now combine that with walking. Walking is going to elevate your natural NEAT levels, and that's just the natural levels that you naturally would burn calories at just doing things around the house. Yes, you can definitely up that because your metabolism is raised as well too, so then you're going to be at a higher range to be able to lose that weight so much faster because you're not actually doing anything more to add on to more cortisol, especially when you're postpartum, and there is a lot of that with postpartum anxiety and depression already. And this is where walking comes in because it's a bilateral stem. It literally does the same thing that like EMDR therapy does, which is that it realigns your brain on the logical and the emotional side so that you can think clearly. And as much as people talk about like mom brain, that is totally true, but that's not something that should be normalized. That means that you should go get some help for it. But anyway, walking is a good way to regulate your heart rate for cardiovascular, and it also elevates your NEAT levels. And because of that, you're going to be sleeping so much more because you're not raising your levels of cortisol. And because walking naturally boosts your metabolism because you're eating a protein, that is how you're going to lose the weight. So you just do that every single day and you're completely fine. I know that was like a lot, but I promise you when it becomes like a lifestyle and you stack on the habits, you're going to be able to get it. It's so much more simple